In a world where accountability often seems elusive, extreme ownership emerges as a powerful manifesto for leadership and responsibility. Written by former Navy SEALs Jocko Willink and Leif Babin, this groundbreaking book takes readers on a gripping journey through the high-stakes battlefield of war and the equally challenging landscape of business. With an unflinching eye for detail, Willink and Babin share hard-earned lessons from their time in combat, illustrating how the principles of military leadership can be seamlessly applied to everyday life. Imagine facing insurmountable challenges, where the stakes are life and death. Now, picture transforming those experiences into actionable insights that can redefine how we lead teams, tackle obstacles, and embrace accountability. Extreme ownership isn't just a manual for success. It's a call to arms for anyone willing to take charge of their life and decisions. The authors weave gripping anecdotes with practical strategies, demonstrating that true leaders don't just delegate tasks, they own the outcomes, both good and bad. As we delve into the rich tapestry of their experiences, we uncover the profound truth that leadership is not about authority, but about responsibility. It's about rising to the occasion, even when faced with the toughest adversities. Through this lens, extreme ownership challenges us to rethink our roles in our personal and professional lives, empowering us to become the leaders we were always meant to be. Get ready to embrace a new perspective on ownership, one that could very well change the trajectory of your life. Introduction to Extreme Ownership. The book is structured around a series of compelling anecdotes from the battlefield, illustrating how the lessons learned in life or death situations apply seamlessly to the corporate world. Each chapter presents a specific leadership principle, such as the importance of decentralized command, prioritizing tasks, and maintaining a calm demeanor under pressure. Through vivid storytelling, Willink and Babin demonstrate that effective leadership is not about wielding authority, but rather about fostering trust and collaboration among team members. Moreover, extreme ownership emphasizes the significance of humility and the continuous pursuit of self-improvement. The authors advocate for leaders to regularly assess their performance, seek feedback, and remain open to learning from both successes and failures. This commitment to personal growth not only enhances individual leadership capabilities, but also strengthens the entire team's cohesion and effectiveness. The book's practical strategies make it an invaluable resource for anyone looking to enhance their leadership skills, whether in the military, business, or everyday life. With its engaging narrative and actionable insights, Extreme Ownership challenges readers to reflect on their leadership styles, encouraging them to embrace responsibility, inspire their teams, and ultimately achieve extraordinary results. In a world where accountability is often overlooked, Willink and Babin remind us that true leadership begins with the courage to own our decisions and their consequences. Jocko Willink Leif Babin. Jocko Willink and Leif Babin are not just names in the world of leadership and personal development, they are embodiments of the principles they advocate. Both are former Navy SEAL officers who have translated their rigorous military training and combat experiences into valuable lessons for the business world and beyond. Their book, Extreme Ownership, serves as a powerful testament to their belief in accountability, leadership, and the transformative power of taking responsibility. Jocko Willink, a decorated veteran and former commander of SEAL Team 3, led his team during some of the fiercest combat operations in the Iraq War. His leadership style, characterized by discipline, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to his team's success, has made him a sought-after speaker and consultant. Willink's philosophy emphasizes that true leaders must embrace the concept of extreme ownership, the idea that they are responsible for everything in their world, regardless of external circumstances. This mindset not only fosters trust within teams, but also drives individuals to take initiative and strive for excellence. On the other hand, Leif Babin, who served as Willink's platoon commander, shares a similar journey. His experiences in the Navy SEAL teams have equipped him with a unique perspective on teamwork, decision-making under pressure, and the importance of clear communication. After leaving the military, Babin co-founded Echelon Front, a leadership consulting company, where he uses the lessons learned in combat to help organizations navigate challenges and cultivate effective leaders. His insights are deeply rooted in the real-world applications of leadership principles, making them relatable and actionable for a diverse audience. Together, Willink and Babin provide a compelling narrative in extreme ownership, filled with gripping anecdotes from their military service intertwined with practical advice for leaders in any field. They argue that the principles of leadership are universal, and that adopting a mindset of extreme ownership can lead to profound changes in both personal and professional spheres. Their book is not just a guide to effective leadership, it is a call to action for anyone looking to enhance their influence, inspire their teams, and achieve remarkable results. By sharing their hard-earned wisdom, Jocko Willink and Leif Babin empower readers to take charge of their lives and make a lasting impact. The concept of extreme ownership. Throughout the book, Willink and Babin draw parallels between their experiences in combat and the challenges faced in the business world. Each chapter is infused with gripping anecdotes from their military service, illustrating how the principles of leadership and ownership can be applied beyond the battlefield. For instance, one powerful story recounts a critical mission in Ramadi, Iraq, where a lapse in communication led to dire consequences. The authors emphasize that rather than blaming others for the failure, a true leader must analyze what they could have done differently to prevent the outcome. This mindset shift is pivotal. It empowers individuals to learn from mistakes and adapt, ultimately leading to improved performance. The book also emphasizes the importance of clear communication, decentralized command, and the need for leaders to prioritize the mission above all else. Willink and Babin argue that effective leaders must simplify complex plans, ensuring that every team member understands their role in achieving the objective. This clarity not only enhances efficiency, but also builds trust within the team, fostering an environment where everyone feels valued and accountable. Moreover, extreme ownership delves into the necessity of discipline, both in personal conduct and in team dynamics. The authors assert that discipline fosters freedom. By adhering to established protocols and standards, teams can operate with greater autonomy and effectiveness. This principle is particularly relevant in high-pressure situations where the stakes are high and quick decision-making is crucial. In summary, extreme ownership is a compelling call to action for leaders in all walks of life. It challenges readers to reflect on their own leadership styles and encourages a mindset of accountability and proactive problem-solving. By embracing the principles outlined in the book, individuals can cultivate a culture of ownership that not only drives success, but also inspires resilience and teamwork. Ultimately, Willink and Babin provide a roadmap for anyone seeking to enhance their leadership capabilities and achieve greater success, both personally and professionally. The importance of leadership in high-stakes environments. Willink and Babin argue that true leaders must adopt an extreme ownership mentality, meaning they must own everything in their world. This includes not only the successes, but also the failures. By doing so, leaders foster a culture of accountability where team members feel empowered to take initiative and learn from their mistakes. This approach not only strengthens the team's cohesion, but also enhances overall operational effectiveness. The authors share gripping anecdotes from their time in the battlefield, illustrating how leadership directly impacts the morale and performance of a team. For instance, they recount missions where poor leadership led to catastrophic results, contrasted with instances where strong leadership transformed potential failures into resounding successes. They highlight that in high-stakes environments, leaders must remain calm, make strategic decisions quickly, and communicate clearly to ensure that every team member understands their role in the larger mission. Moreover, the book stresses the importance of humility in leadership. Acknowledging one's limitations and seeking input from others can lead to better decision-making and innovation. This humility also cultivates trust within the team, encouraging open dialogue and collaboration. Ultimately, extreme ownership serves as a powerful reminder that the essence of effective leadership lies in the ability to inspire, motivate, and guide individuals toward a common goal, especially when facing adversity. Through their compelling narrative, Willink and Babin invite readers to reflect on their own leadership styles and the impact they can have in both professional and personal realms, reinforcing that strong leadership is foundational to success in any high-stakes situation. The role of accountability in team success. The book illustrates that when leaders embrace accountability, it sets a powerful precedent for their teams. They argue that rather than shifting blame or making excuses, leaders must recognize their influence on outcomes and take proactive steps to address challenges. This mindset not only cultivates trust, but also encourages open communication, enabling team members to voice concerns and share ideas without fear of retribution. Willink and Babin provide compelling anecdotes from their military service, showcasing how accountability can transform a struggling unit into a high-performing team. They highlight that when every team member understands the importance of their contribution and feels a sense of ownership over their tasks, the team as a whole becomes more cohesive and effective. Moreover, the authors stress that accountability is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing commitment. It requires leaders to continuously assess their performance and the performance of their team, fostering a culture of feedback and improvement. This relentless pursuit of excellence not only drives results, but also builds resilience, equipping teams to navigate challenges with confidence. In essence, extreme ownership teaches us that accountability is not merely a leadership trait. It is the bedrock upon which successful teams are built. By embodying this principle, leaders can inspire their teams to rise above obstacles, collaborate effectively, and achieve extraordinary outcomes. The message is clear. When accountability reigns supreme, success is not just possible, it is inevitable. Key principles of extreme ownership. The authors illustrate this concept through compelling anecdotes from their experiences in combat, emphasizing that true leadership requires humility and accountability. They argue that when leaders embrace extreme ownership, they not only foster trust and respect within their teams, but also create an environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute and innovate. This leads to improved performance and greater cohesion among team members. Additionally, the book outlines several key principles that are integral to extreme ownership. These include the importance of clear communication, prioritizing tasks, and maintaining a focus on the mission. Willink and Babin stress that effective leaders must be able to convey their vision and expectations succinctly, ensuring every team member understands their role in achieving collective goals. The authors also highlight the necessity of decentralized command, advocating for leaders to empower their subordinates to make decisions. This approach not only fosters a sense of ownership among team members, but also enhances adaptability and responsiveness in dynamic environments. Ultimately, extreme ownership serves as a powerful reminder that leadership is not about wielding authority, but about taking charge of one's responsibilities and inspiring others to do the same. Through their engaging narrative and practical insights, Willink and Babin provide readers with the tools to cultivate a culture of accountability, resilience, and success in any endeavor. The dichotomy of leadership. In this chapter, Willink and Babin articulate that leaders must embody both extremes. They must be confident yet humble, decisive yet flexible, and ultimately, they must maintain a strong presence while also empowering their team. The book underscores that leadership is a nuanced art, where the best leaders do not simply dictate orders, they inspire and create an environment where their team members feel valued and motivated. Moreover, the authors highlight the importance of balancing mission focus with the care for team welfare. Leaders must prioritize the mission's completion while simultaneously ensuring that their team members are supported and engaged. This balance is crucial, as neglecting one side can lead to mission failure or diminished morale. Willink and Babin's insights serve as a powerful reminder that effective leadership requires an understanding of this duality. Through real-life anecdotes and practical applications, the dichotomy of leadership encourages leaders to reflect on their own styles and adapt to the demands of their teams and situations. Ultimately, it is this mastery of the dichotomy that distinguishes exceptional leaders from the rest, making extreme ownership a must-read for anyone aspiring to lead with purpose and integrity. The impact of ego on decision-making. Willink and Babin highlight that ego often manifests as a desire to be right, to take credit, or to avoid accountability. This can create a toxic environment where collaboration falters and communication breaks down. For instance, leaders who prioritize their own image over the team's objectives can stifle innovation and risk-taking, essential elements in any successful endeavor. The authors share compelling anecdotes from their military careers, demonstrating how embracing humility and placing the mission above personal pride leads to clearer, more effective decision-making. The book advocates for a mindset shift. Leaders must take ownership of their roles, acknowledging mistakes and learning from them rather than deflecting blame. By doing so, they foster a culture of trust and openness, allowing for more thoughtful, collective decision-making. Willink and Babin assert that when ego is sidelined, teams can collaborate more effectively, resulting in sounder strategies and improved outcomes. Ultimately, extreme ownership teaches that the path to effective leadership and decision-making lies in the ability to transcend one's ego, focusing instead on the greater mission and the success of the team as a whole. This powerful message resonates not only in military settings, but also in the corporate world, where teamwork and accountability are key to achieving lasting success. The power of communication in leadership. Willink and Babin stress that communication isn't just about relaying information, it's about inspiring and motivating those around you. A leader's ability to articulate a vision can galvanize a team, igniting passion and commitment. They advocate for the importance of listening as well, highlighting that great leaders must not only speak, but also be receptive to feedback and concerns. This two-way communication fosters collaboration and innovation, allowing teams to adapt and thrive. Moreover, the authors underscore that accountability is a direct byproduct of effective communication. When leaders take ownership of their decisions and clearly communicate expectations, they empower their teams to do the same. This culture of ownership creates a resilient and empowered workforce, capable of overcoming challenges and achieving extraordinary results. Ultimately, extreme ownership reveals that the power of communication in leadership is not merely a skill, but an essential philosophy. By embracing this approach, leaders can cultivate a dynamic and engaged team, capable of navigating the complexities of any mission. In a world where clarity is often obscured, the principles outlined by Willink and Babin serve as a beacon for leaders striving to connect, engage, and empower their teams. Building trust within teams. Willink and Babin highlight that trust is not merely given. It must be earned and cultivated through consistent actions and accountability. Leaders must embody the principles of extreme ownership, taking full responsibility for their team's successes and failures alike. This ownership fosters a culture where team members feel safe to express their ideas, voice concerns, and propose innovative solutions without the fear of backlash. When trust is established, teams become more resilient, adaptable, and capable of navigating challenges with confidence. Moreover, the authors stress the importance of demonstrating vulnerability as a leader. By admitting mistakes and showing humility, leaders open the door for their team members to do the same. This transparency not only strengthens relationships, but also encourages a collective commitment to improvement. In an environment where trust flourishes, individuals are more inclined to support one another, share knowledge, and work towards common goals, ultimately leading to enhanced performance and morale. the book provides compelling anecdotes from military operations, illustrating how the principles of trust and ownership can be applied in civilian contexts. For instance, they recount a mission where a lack of trust led to miscommunication and failure, reinforcing the idea that trust isn't just a soft skill, it's a critical component of operational success. In summary, extreme ownership serves as a powerful reminder that building trust within teams requires intentional effort, vulnerability, and a commitment to accountability. As Willink and Babin articulate, when leaders embrace extreme ownership and cultivate a trusting environment, they unleash the full potential of their teams, paving the way for extraordinary achievements. Whether in the battlefield of war or the boardroom of business, the principles of trust and ownership remain timeless and transformative. The necessity of decisiveness. Decisiveness is not just about making choices. It involves the courage to act in the face of uncertainty and the responsibility to stand by those choices. The authors argue that hesitation can create chaos, erode team confidence, and ultimately lead to failure. Effective leaders recognize that every decision carries weight, and embracing that responsibility is essential for achieving mission success. In the book, Willink and Babin share compelling anecdotes from their time in combat, showcasing how decisive action can turn the tide in high-stakes scenarios. They illustrate that ambiguity is a constant in both military operations and the business world, and the ability to make clear, confident decisions can inspire teams, foster trust, and drive results. Furthermore, the authors stress the importance of preparation and situational awareness in the decision-making process. Understanding the environment and the variables at play allows leaders to make informed choices quickly. They encourage leaders to cultivate a mindset that embraces decisiveness, ensuring that even in the face of challenges, they remain steadfast in their vision and purpose. Ultimately, the necessity of decisiveness serves as a powerful reminder that in leadership, clarity and conviction are crucial. By taking ownership of decisions and their consequences, leaders can create a culture of accountability and resilience, paving the way for success in any endeavor. The lessons in this book are not just applicable on the battlefield, but resonate deeply in the corridors of business, making a compelling case for why decisiveness is an indispensable trait for anyone aspiring to lead effectively. Embracing failure as a learning opportunity. Willink and Babin, both former Navy SEALs, share their first-hand experiences in high-pressure situations where mistakes could have dire consequences. They illustrate that in the military, acknowledging failure is not a sign of weakness, but a critical step towards improvement. For instance, during their time in combat, they often faced challenges that required immediate and decisive action. When missions didn't go as planned, rather than pointing fingers or shying away from accountability, they took ownership of the outcomes. This approach not only fostered trust and unity among their teams, but also laid the groundwork for a culture of continuous learning. The authors emphasize that embracing failure means analyzing what went wrong, understanding the root causes, and implementing changes to prevent similar mistakes in the future. This proactive attitude encourages individuals and teams to take calculated risks, innovate, and push beyond their comfort zones. By reframing failure as an opportunity to learn, we can cultivate resilience and adaptability, essential traits in both personal and professional realms. Moreover, Willink and Babin argue that leaders play a crucial role in shaping this mindset within their organizations. When leaders model vulnerability by admitting their own failures and openly discussing lessons learned, they create an environment where team members feel safe to do the same. This openness fosters collaboration, enhances problem-solving abilities, and ultimately leads to greater success. In conclusion, extreme ownership teaches us that failure is not the end of the road, but rather a stepping stone towards excellence. By embracing our missteps and viewing them through the lens of opportunity, we empower ourselves and others to grow, learn, and succeed. Willink and Babin's insights serve as a powerful reminder that in every setback lies the potential for a comeback, and that true leadership is defined by our ability to learn from our failures and inspire others to do the same. The importance of planning and preparation. One of the key takeaways from the book is that leaders must take ownership of the planning process. This means not only developing detailed plans, but also ensuring that every team member understands their roles and responsibilities within those plans. Willink and Babin stress that a well-prepared team is more resilient in the face of unforeseen circumstances. By encouraging open communication and collaboration during the planning phase, leaders can cultivate a sense of ownership among their team members, leading to greater engagement and commitment to the mission. Moreover, the authors highlight the significance of flexibility in planning. While having a solid plan is crucial, they remind readers that the ability to adapt and pivot in response to changing conditions can be equally important. They advocate for the practice of conducting frequent rehearsals or dry runs, which allow teams to identify potential pitfalls and refine their strategies before executing them in real scenarios. This iterative process not only enhances confidence, but also builds trust among team members. Ultimately, extreme ownership teaches that the discipline of thorough planning and preparation can empower individuals and teams to navigate complexity with clarity and purpose. By taking ownership of every aspect of the planning process, leaders can inspire their teams to rise to challenges, fostering an environment where success is not just a possibility, but a guarantee. This principle of planning and preparation resonates far beyond the battlefield, serving as a vital lesson for anyone seeking to achieve their goals in life or work. Leading up the chain of command. The authors recount gripping anecdotes from their time as Navy SEALs, demonstrating how leaders must communicate clearly with their higher-ups to ensure that the goals and expectations are mutually understood. They stress that a successful leader actively engages with their superiors, providing insights and feedback that can help shape strategic decisions. This upward leadership fosters a culture of collaboration, transparency, and trust within the organization. Moreover, Willink and Babin argue that when leaders take ownership of the entire operation, including the decisions made above them, they can effectively advocate for their teams. By doing so, they not only drive performance, but also create an environment where everyone feels accountable, from the ground level to the top. This mindset not only enhances mission effectiveness, but also instills a strong sense of unity and purpose throughout the ranks. Ultimately, leading up the chain of command serves as a powerful reminder that true leadership transcends position. It involves a commitment to the collective success of the entire organization, the balance of discipline and freedom. However, this discipline is not meant to stifle creativity or initiative. Instead, it serves as a guiding framework that allows individuals the freedom to operate within defined boundaries. The authors argue that when team members know they can rely on their fellow teammates to execute their duties with discipline, they feel empowered to take risks, innovate, and make decisions that advance the mission. This is where the true beauty of the balance lies. Discipline provides the structure necessary for freedom to flourish. Moreover, the book illustrates this balance through real-life military experiences where the stakes are incredibly high. Willink and Babin recount missions where the lack of discipline led to chaos, while instances of strong leadership and adherence to established protocols resulted in success. By highlighting these scenarios, they make a compelling case that effective leadership is about creating an environment where discipline and freedom coexist harmoniously. Ultimately, extreme ownership is not just about taking responsibility. It's about understanding that true leadership involves cultivating a culture where discipline inspires freedom. It challenges leaders to embrace this duality, recognizing that the effectiveness of their teams hinges on their ability to balance these two essential elements. In a world that often leans towards either strict control or complete autonomy, Willink and Babin's insights remind us that the most successful teams are those that master the art of balancing discipline with the freedom to excel. Practical applications of extreme ownership in business. In Extreme Ownership, authors Jocko Willink and Leif Babin, both former Navy SEALs, deliver a powerful philosophy that transcends military applications and dives deep into the realm of business leadership. The core principle of extreme ownership is simple, yet profound. Leaders must take full responsibility for everything in their world. This principle is not merely a call to accountability. It is a transformative mindset that can revolutionize an organization's culture and performance. In the chaotic environment of the business world, obstacles and setbacks are inevitable. Leaders who embrace extreme ownership don't shift blame or make excuses. Instead, they analyze failures and learn from them. This approach fosters a sense of trust and respect among team members as employees see their leaders taking responsibility. For instance, when a project fails to meet its objectives, a leader practicing extreme ownership would evaluate their own role in the outcome rather than pointing fingers at their team. This not only strengthens the bond within the team, but also encourages individuals to adopt a similar mindset. Moreover, extreme ownership advocates for clear communication and decentralized command. In a business setting, this means empowering team members by delegating responsibility while ensuring that everyone understands the broader goals. Leaders must communicate clearly and effectively, conveying not just tasks, but the rationale behind them. This clarity creates an environment where team members feel valued and are more likely to take ownership of their roles. Additionally, the authors emphasize the importance of prioritization and execution. In the fast-paced world of business, leaders often face numerous challenges simultaneously. By applying the extreme ownership principles, leaders can prioritize tasks based on their impact and urgency, ensuring that the team remains focused on what matters most. This structured approach to leadership not only enhances productivity, but also prepares teams to navigate complexities with confidence. In summation, the practical applications of extreme ownership revolutionize business leadership by instilling a culture of accountability, fostering trust, enhancing communication, and improving strategic execution. When leaders embody these principles, they not only elevate their own performance, but also inspire their teams to achieve extraordinary results, ultimately driving the organization towards sustained success. Embracing extreme ownership is not just an option, it's a necessity for any leader aiming to thrive in today's competitive landscape. Case studies from military operations. Willink emphasizes how ownership transcends mere accountability. It is about taking initiative and leading by example. After a tragic friendly fire incident, he and his team learned that blaming others only breeds dysfunction. Instead, they dissected the events leading up to the incident, fostering a culture of open communication and trust. This allowed them to implement vital changes in their strategy and tactics, ultimately leading to significant operational success. Babin adds another layer to this narrative by discussing the importance of decentralized command. He refers to the time when his platoon was tasked with securing an enemy stronghold. By empowering junior leaders to make decisions, they ensured swift and effective responses to evolving threats. This approach not only enhanced team morale, but also solidified the belief that each member plays a crucial role in achieving the mission. Through these case studies, extreme ownership offers invaluable insights into leadership and teamwork, proving that the principles of military operations can be effectively applied to business and personal life. The essence of ownership, accountability, and adaptability is timeless, resonating far beyond the battlefield. Lessons learned from real-life leadership challenges. One of the key lessons from the book is that leaders must set the example. Willink and Babin recount how their teams thrived when they demonstrated accountability and integrity. They emphasize that a leader's behavior sets the tone for their team. When leaders admit their mistakes and learn from them, it fosters a culture of trust and resilience. This lesson is especially relevant in today's fast-paced business environment, where adaptability and transparency are crucial for success. Another vital takeaway is the importance of prioritization and execution. In high-stress situations, clarity of purpose is essential. The authors highlight how they learned to break down complex missions into manageable tasks, ensuring that their teams were focused on what mattered most. This lesson can be applied universally. Leaders must be able to identify the critical aspects of their objectives and communicate them effectively, ensuring that every team member understands their role in the larger mission. Furthermore, the book underscores the necessity of decentralized command. Willink and Babin argue that empowering team members to make decisions fosters initiative and innovation. By trusting subordinates and allowing them to take ownership of their responsibilities, leaders can enhance operational efficiency and morale. This principle is particularly relevant in modern organizations that thrive on collaboration and creativity. Ultimately, extreme ownership serves as a compelling reminder that leadership is not about position or authority. It is about influence and responsibility. The lessons learned from real-life challenges faced by Willink and Babin resonate deeply, offering practical insights that can transform leaders in any field. By embracing the principles of ownership, accountability, and effective communication, aspiring leaders can cultivate high-performing teams that are resilient in the face of adversity, driving success in both personal and professional endeavors. The ripple effect of leadership on team dynamics. The book outlines several key concepts that illustrate the ripple effect of leadership. One of the most compelling examples is the idea that a leader's attitude and behavior set the tone for the entire team. When leaders embody a mindset of accountability and resilience, their team members are likely to mirror these qualities. This creates an environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute, leading to increased collaboration and innovation. Willink and Babin also stress the importance of clear communication and decentralized command. By fostering an atmosphere where team members are encouraged to voice their ideas and concerns, leaders can tap into the collective intelligence of the group. This not only enhances decision-making, but also cultivates a sense of ownership among team members, further reinforcing the ripple effect. The authors support their insights with real-life anecdotes from their military service, demonstrating how these principles can be applied in any high-stakes environment. The narrative is both engaging and instructive, making complex concepts accessible to readers from all walks of life. Ultimately, extreme ownership serves as a powerful reminder that effective leadership is not just about directing others, it's about inspiring them to take ownership of their roles, thereby creating a dynamic and high-performing team ready to tackle any challenge. Strategies for implementing extreme ownership in daily life. To implement extreme ownership in daily life, one must begin with self-reflection. Acknowledge your role in various situations, whether at work, home, or in social interactions. Instead of blaming external circumstances or others, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? This shift in perspective fosters a culture of accountability, encouraging you to own your decisions and their consequences. Next, prioritize clear communication. Just as military leaders must convey orders effectively, individuals should express their thoughts and feelings transparently. This means being open about expectations, needs, and challenges. By articulating your perspective clearly, you not only enhance collaboration, but also mitigate misunderstandings. Moreover, embrace the concept of decentralized command. This principle highlights the importance of empowering others to make decisions while ensuring they understand the overarching mission. In your daily life, this could translate to trusting team members, delegating tasks, and encouraging initiative among peers. By fostering an environment where everyone feels valued and responsible, you'll cultivate a more engaged and motivated team or family unit. Additionally, practice prioritization and execution. Identify what truly matters each day and focus your energy on those tasks. This method prevents overwhelm and ensures that you are making meaningful progress towards your goals. Regularly assessing your objectives and adjusting your strategies promotes resilience and adaptability in facing challenges. Finally, cultivate a mindset of continuous improvement. Reflect on your actions, seek feedback, and be willing to learn from both successes and failures. By adopting this growth-oriented approach, you not only embody extreme ownership, but also inspire those around you to elevate their standards and commitment to excellence. Ultimately, integrating these strategies into your daily life can transform not only your personal and professional relationships, but also your overall sense of fulfillment and purpose. The role of mentorship in developing leadership skills. Mentorship, as highlighted in the book, is not merely about providing guidance, but fostering an environment where emerging leaders can learn the importance of ownership. Willink and Babin illustrate this through compelling anecdotes from their military experiences, emphasizing that true leaders must not only own their failures, but also those of their team. This mindset empowers mentees to embrace challenges, learn from mistakes, and develop resilience. Furthermore, the authors argue that mentorship provides a structured approach to leadership development. By sharing their insights and experiences, mentors can help mentees navigate complex situations, honing their decision-making abilities. The relationship fosters a culture of trust and open communication, enabling mentees to ask questions, seek feedback, and ultimately grow into competent leaders. Willink and Babin also stress the importance of leading by example. A mentor who embodies the principles of extreme ownership inspires mentees to adopt the same mindset. This ripple effect not only enhances individual capabilities, but also elevates the entire team's performance. As mentees witness their mentors taking responsibility, they learn to apply these lessons in their own leadership journeys. In conclusion, extreme ownership underscores the critical role of mentorship in developing leadership skills. By instilling a sense of ownership and accountability, mentors equip the next generation of leaders with the tools they need to succeed. This dynamic relationship not only shapes the individual, but also has the potential to transform organizations, fostering a culture of excellence and resilience. Ultimately, the principles laid out by Willink and Babin serve as a powerful reminder that effective leadership is not just about authority. It is about responsibility, growth, and the unwavering commitment to those we lead, overcoming obstacles and resistance to change. Willink and Babin articulate that resistance to change often stems from fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of losing control. To navigate these fears, leaders must cultivate a culture of trust and open communication within their teams. By fostering an environment where team members feel safe to express their concerns and ideas, leaders can break down barriers that inhibit progress. The authors emphasize that change is an inevitable part of growth, and embracing it can lead to innovative solutions and improved performance. The book also highlights the significance of humility and self-reflection in overcoming obstacles. Leaders must be willing to assess their own shortcomings and adjust their strategies accordingly. By demonstrating vulnerability and accountability, they inspire their teams to do the same, creating a collective resilience against resistance to change. Willink and Babin provide practical strategies for leaders to implement, such as setting clear objectives, maintaining flexibility, and celebrating small wins to build momentum. Ultimately, extreme ownership serves as a powerful reminder that overcoming obstacles is not merely about pushing through difficulties. It is about fostering an adaptive mindset and leading by example. The authors encourage readers to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, reminding us that true leadership is defined by the ability to inspire others to rise above resistance and work collaboratively towards a shared vision. Through their compelling narrative, Willink and Babin ignite a sense of urgency and purpose in the reader, reinforcing that the path to success is paved with resilience, responsibility, and a commitment to continuous improvement. Cultivating a culture of accountability, Willink and Babin illustrate this principle through compelling anecdotes from their experiences on the battlefield. They recount instances where the success of missions hinged not just on strategy, but on the unwavering commitment of each team member to embrace their roles fully. When leaders demonstrate extreme ownership, they inspire their teams to do the same, creating a ripple effect of accountability that permeates the entire organization. This culture encourages individuals to assess their performance honestly, learn from mistakes, and proactively seek solutions rather than waiting for someone else to intervene. The authors argue that accountability begins at the top. Leaders must model the behavior they wish to see in their teams by owning up to their decisions, whether the outcomes are favorable or not. This vulnerability fosters trust and respect, establishing a safe space where team members feel empowered to speak up, share ideas, and admit errors without fear of retribution. As a result, organizations that prioritize accountability cultivate resilience, adaptability, and innovation. Moreover, the book emphasizes that a culture of accountability enhances communication and collaboration. When everyone understands their role and is committed to the collective mission, teams can operate more efficiently and effectively. Willink and Babin provide practical strategies for implementing these principles, such as regular after-action reviews and fostering open dialogue, ensuring that lessons learned are shared and applied. In summary, extreme ownership serves as a powerful reminder that accountability is not just a buzzword, it is a foundational element of successful leadership and teamwork. By cultivating a culture of accountability, organizations can unlock the full potential of their teams, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and achievement. This approach not only drives performance, but also nurtures a sense of purpose and belonging among individuals, ultimately leading to sustained success in any endeavor. The long-term benefits of extreme ownership. The long-term benefits of adopting extreme ownership are profound and multifaceted. Firstly, it fosters a culture of accountability. When leaders embrace this mindset, they inspire their team members to do the same. Instead of blaming external factors or colleagues for failures, team members learn to assess their roles in any given situation. This shift not only improves individual performance, but also enhances team cohesion, as everyone works towards a common goal with a shared understanding of their contributions. Moreover, extreme ownership cultivates resilience. Leaders who take ownership are better equipped to navigate challenges and setbacks. They learn to adapt, strategize, and find solutions rather than succumbing to defeat. This resilience is contagious. It permeates the entire organization, creating an environment where challenges are met with determination and creativity rather than fear or apathy. In addition, this approach leads to improved communication within teams. When leaders model extreme ownership, it encourages open dialogue and constructive feedback. Team members feel empowered to express their ideas and concerns, fostering an atmosphere of trust and collaboration. Over time, this open communication enhances problem-solving capabilities and innovation, as diverse perspectives are valued and integrated into decision-making processes. Ultimately, the long-term benefits of extreme ownership manifest in sustained success. Organizations that adopt this philosophy experience increased efficiency, higher morale, and unparalleled loyalty among team members. By instilling a sense of shared responsibility, leaders not only drive immediate results, but also lay the groundwork for a thriving culture that can withstand the test of time. As Willink and Babin illustrate through their gripping anecdotes and practical advice, extreme ownership is not just a leadership strategy. It is a transformative way of life that empowers individuals and organizations to achieve greatness together. Reviews and reactions from readers and leaders. Many leaders have found the principles outlined in the book to be invaluable in their own professional journeys. They appreciate how Willink and Babin distill complex concepts into actionable strategies, making it accessible for anyone looking to enhance their leadership skills. One common reaction is the realization that effective leadership begins with accountability. Readers have shared how this perspective has shifted their approach to challenges, encouraging them to seek solutions rather than placing blame. Furthermore, the book's emphasis on humility has sparked discussions on the importance of listening to feedback and fostering a culture of open communication. Many have expressed how implementing these lessons has led to improved relationships within their teams and increased morale. The combination of real-life experiences and practical applications makes extreme ownership not just a reading experience, but a transformative journey that inspires individuals to rise above obstacles and lead with integrity. Overall, the overwhelming response reflects a collective recognition of the book's profound impact on personal and professional growth. Key takeaways from Extreme Ownership. At its core, the book emphasizes that true leaders take full ownership of their team's successes and failures. This concept, known as extreme ownership, posits that leaders must not only accept responsibility for their own actions, but also for the performance and behavior of their subordinates. This principle encourages leaders to step back and reflect critically on their own roles in any situation, fostering a culture of accountability that can drive teams towards success. One of the key takeaways is the idea that blame shifting undermines trust and morale. Instead of pointing fingers or making excuses, effective leaders dissect failures to identify lessons learned and areas for improvement. This mindset cultivates a proactive approach to problem solving, where challenges are seen as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. The book also addresses the importance of clear communication. Willink and Babin argue that leaders must communicate their intent and objectives clearly to ensure that every team member understands their roles and responsibilities. This clarity not only aligns the team, but also empowers individuals to take initiative and act decisively. Another significant lesson from extreme ownership is the need for prioritization and execution. In high-pressure situations, leaders must remain calm, assess the situation, and prioritize tasks effectively. This principle teaches that focus and discipline are essential for achieving goals, especially when facing adversity. Finally, the authors stress the value of humility. Great leaders recognize that they don't have all the answers and are open to feedback and new ideas. This humility fosters collaboration and innovation, creating an environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to contribute. In summary, Extreme Ownership is a powerful guide that challenges readers to embrace responsibility, communicate effectively, prioritize wisely, and remain humble. It's not just a manual for leadership. It's a call to action for anyone seeking to elevate their personal and professional lives. By adopting these principles, individuals can cultivate resilience, drive success, and inspire those around them to do the same. How extreme ownership applies to personal development. Imagine waking up each day ready to tackle your goals, not as a victim of circumstance, but as a proactive architect of your destiny. This mindset encourages you to stop blaming external factors for your struggles. Instead, you begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth. By embracing the idea that you are the one in control of your life, you foster resilience and adaptability. When you take ownership, you also cultivate honesty, both with yourself and others. This honesty is crucial for personal development. It forces you to confront your weaknesses and blind spots. Instead of glossing over failures, you analyze them, learn from them, and implement changes to avoid repeating the same mistakes. This iterative process of self-reflection and growth leads to continuous improvement, which is at the heart of personal development. Moreover, the principles of extreme ownership promote accountability. When you accept responsibility for your progress, you are motivated to set clear, actionable goals and hold yourself to them. This accountability creates a sense of urgency and commitment, pushing you to take consistent action. Lastly, the book emphasizes the power of teamwork and communication, even in personal endeavors. By fostering strong relationships and seeking feedback from others, you enhance your understanding of yourself and your goals. This collaborative spirit not only strengthens your resolve, but also opens doors to new perspectives and opportunities. In summary, adopting the principles of extreme ownership in your personal development journey empowers you to take charge, learn from experiences, and ultimately become the best version of yourself. The lasting impact of extreme ownership. The book illustrates that ownership is not merely a concept, but a practice that requires continual self-reflection and commitment. By embracing this philosophy, individuals can cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a proactive approach to problem-solving. The engaging stories from Navy SEAL missions serve as powerful reminders of the stakes involved when leaders fail to take ownership. These narratives not only inspire, but also offer practical lessons on how accountability can drive success in the most challenging situations. Furthermore, the principles of extreme ownership can be applied across various aspects of life, whether in the workplace, at home, or in community engagements. The impact of adopting such a mindset extends beyond personal growth. It fosters a ripple effect that elevates the performance and morale of those around us. As we strive to embody these principles, we not only enhance our leadership capabilities, but also contribute to a more responsible and empowered society. Ultimately, extreme ownership challenges us to reflect on our roles, embrace accountability, and lead with integrity, ensuring that the lessons learned from the pages of this book leave a lasting impact on our lives and those we influence. Embrace extreme ownership. Today, in a world where accountability often takes a back seat, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink Leif Babin emerges as a powerful manifesto for personal and professional transformation. This groundbreaking book is not just about leadership. It's about taking complete responsibility for your life, actions, and outcomes. The authors, both former Navy SEALs, distill their battlefield experiences into actionable principles that can be applied in any context, be it at work, in relationships, or within oneself. Imagine a life where you no longer blame others for your setbacks. Instead, you take charge, recognizing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. By embracing extreme ownership, you cultivate an empowering mindset that fosters resilience and determination. The stories of courage and commitment shared by Willink and Babin serve as a clarion call to rise above mediocrity and take the reins of your destiny. Now is the time to step up. Reflect on your current circumstances. Are you holding yourself accountable for your actions? Are you empowering those around you? By adopting the principles laid out in this book, you can transform not only your life, but also inspire those around you to do the same. It's about creating a culture of responsibility and trust where everyone thrives. So, take a bold step today. Read Extreme Ownership and internalize its lessons. Share these insights with your team, family, or friends, and ignite a movement of accountability and excellence. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step starts with you. Embrace extreme ownership today and unlock your potential to lead, inspire, and achieve greatness.